Hey people, Scott and that one again in the Luzabago, and I made the creamiest, cheesiest, most banging friggin' potatoes. Oh yeah, just saying, that shit good.
It's extremely good.
That shit good. Anyway, can you stop that for a little while? Just a little while. I don't need them going crazy. That's what they're tuning in for us for, you know?
Sorry.
I mean,
I'm trying to take away from your craziness. My bad.
give me a lighter.
There's one behind the toilet. It fell. I tried to throw
Really?
something in and it fell. Yes.
Sorry, people. Oh, I see it. Yeah.
My bad.
Right here. All right. Anyway. Okay. Oh, that made the glares even worse.
Mm-hmm.
Let me see.
It does. I think you made it even worse.
You know what? You in this hood can kiss my butt. That's better-ish. Hello, people.
Hello.
Hello, fellow earthlings of the free world. How you doing tonight?
He's apparently losing his mind.
I done did that.
Yeah, long time ago.
The heck are you doing?
I was moving stuff out of my way, so when I moved, everything didn't
Yeah,
fall
but you're not
down on
even
you.
looking where you're, like, pushing stuff. You're just paddling it behind you, but you're going to scoot back and sit on all of it. Like, it doesn't make sense. Anyway.
I need room for my big boot.
It's called the parking lot. I could put that boot up your fanny. There's enough room.
Excuse you.
Oh. Oh.
Maybe I should put my boot up yours.
I'd like to see you friggin' try it, woman.
Of course I won't do that. I love you too much.
Just ain't one of them households.
Man.
Anyway. So, cutting half my head off here.
Don't do that.
Oh, whatever. So as far as like the drum kit goes, you know I can't just sit on my hands and not do anything. Like, and I can't, like, no matter how I tune them things, no matter like what I do. My buddy Joe gave me a bunch of these little like sticky things that you stuff onto the heads to like muffle them down. Moon gels, and they work. Moon gels work great, dude. I'm loving those friggin' things. Although the heads of those drums still sound like crap. They just do. Like, there ain't no way around it. They just sound like crap. But throw a couple of moon gels on there, and it's like it takes all that extra resonance out of the kit. It takes all that extra noise out. Like I can hit my tom now, and the whole snare doesn't sit there and vibrate. So that's good. So at least like that little symptom will go away. Like I know I can like mediate that right out of existence. So the kit plays pretty well. I'm still fine tuning like placement and stuff because I just don't like how far away the friggin' toms are still. Don't like it. I don't like it at all. Like I can't get them close enough without being on a weird angle. Like, So I decided I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to bend that friggin' rod that the friggin' tom sits on. I'm going to give it a friggin' 15 to 20 degree like cantilever. And then I'll be able to friggin' angle that thing pretty much anywhere I want it to be. So, I still got that to do. I'm going to have to find somebody that has a strong enough pipe bender, though, to be able to bend like 1 inch steel, like piping. But, until then, halfway thinking about, because, like, I still gotta get a sander, still gotta get the, like, find the right stain. But I do have a can of black spray paint. So, I'm probably going to go ahead and blacken the rims, blacken like half of the hardware. I'm going to leave little bits and pieces still chrome, because there's still chrome parts to that kit that I just can't blacken out. But that's okay. I mean, if I black out the majority of it, it'll look good. I don't want all that chrome on there. So, yeah, I'm going to take a little bit of sandpaper to those rims, scuff them up a bit, and probably tomorrow I'll probably like paint them things out in the parking lot. I got myself a whole bunch of cardboard that I can throw down. So, oh yeah, dismantling the kit again. Because, why not? But I figure, like, I don't want to keep dismantling it and putting it together, dismantling it, putting it together. But we'll see. We'll see. Who knows? Either way, I'm definitely going to rip it apart, paint the rims, paint the lug hardware, but not the lugs themselves. The long, skinny bolts that hold the rim onto the other part of the lug. I don't know what to call it. The lug hardware. So the rim and the lug hardware are gonna go black, and I'm just gonna leave the lug silver, chrome, whatever. Most of the stands I'm gonna leave chrome, but like the Tom hardware, uh, I'm probably gonna paint that black too. You know, so again, why not? It's my kit. I can do whatever the frig I want. Like, I love that aspect of it. I just do. And I'm really not sure, like, on the stain. I really do want to keep it light, as light as possible. I gotta do something to make some of that wood grain pop a little. So, I don't know. We'll see. I mean, I've come across a few different techniques, but like when you start getting into like using techniques, you really want all the wood grains to match. And my wood grains they don't match. So, what do you do? And it's like, I decided I'm gonna fill the holes. Uh, with little wood dowels, glue them and fit them in tight, and then sand them down to match the surface. At first, I was thinking about just smacking wood putty in there, but nah, that's not proper. I might as well actually fill the holes as proper as possible. So I'm going to wood dowel, cut off the excess, and then sand them down to match. But then, I'm still gonna have all those little holes. I mean, they won't be holes, but they'll be filled in holes. That ain't gonna look good. Then I was like, well, I could do a really thin, like 32nd or like 16th thickness, like thin veneer over just that bottom, like 4 inches, you know? And that way, I can go no green band around the kicking the tom to have a lot of green. And then I can go with a deep green on the kicking the tom that have no green. So they'll contrast each other. And then do the same thing on the floor tom. But on the floor tom, I'll just go one band at the top that has no grain, and then a thicker band at the bottom that has the grain. So even though it doesn't match, it'll still end up matching the whole kit. It'll be calico, kind of. All natural wood grain and calico with black and chrome hardware. So that's what it'll end up roughly looking like. We'll see how that turns out. I don't know. Feels good to me so far, so that's what I'm going with. I'm getting that kit closer and closer to like my little dream kit though. So that's good. Definitely having fun playing around with that. Although it's still just a single kick because like that other kick drum just sounds like poo butt, uh, like poo butt frying on a hot plate. Like it's bad. It's just so bad. It wasn't so bad when I had all of the moon gels on it. Who am I kidding? It was bad. Even with all the moon gels on it, it still sounded like crap. But at least it wasn't that bad. But I pulled them off to throw one on each of the toms. And yeah, that kick drum is just back to sounding like absolute snarky. So it's right now it's a single kick. Like it's got a second kick drum, but it's a single. Like, you can't screw with that. You just can't. It just sounds too bad. Like I play on that kit, and I feel like the old person that's like, "Turn it the frig down." Like now I know what my parents went through when I was like learning how to play guitar and bass, and like I had my like my first couple bands playing in my basement with me. Like I feel like that listening to myself play that freaking drum kit right now. So it's alright though. I'm getting better. And that kit's getting better. And I'll just keep stripping that thing down to the bare bones and rebuilding it until it does sound like a real kit. And I've pretty much decided on what I'm going to go with for the foam out the inside. And it's just going to be the black milk crate, like foam that you get out of like Musician's Friend or like Sweetwater or any of those. Like it's just some deadening to again take out a little bit more of that extra resonance because it doesn't need it. Like I've already got the kick drum sounding like it's on a trigger. Like I think it's beautiful. Like it's not too boomy. It's just like, oh, I'm loving that kick drum. Now I keep playing around with the adjustments on the pedals. Trying to get that feel just right. That being said, also got some guitar work I gotta get done. And I almost started tonight, but then I was like, nah, I don't have the right oil for the neck. I need some actual decent neck oil. So, I'll clean that thing up later. Oh wow, I've already bullshitted for over 20 minutes. Crap. So I talked to Pastor Roger. Kind of like, I was just shooting the shit with him out in the park the other night when we were going through, we were like cleaning litter and stuff like that out of the park. Because once a week, that's something we do on Wednesdays. Is we go hit one of the local parks around here and we clean it up. Yeah, get all the beer cans and liquor bottles and paraphernalias, along with whatever trash we come across. Clean it up so it's good and proper for the kids. Anyway, so I was talking to Pastor Roger about he was asking me about what are a lot of the homeless gonna do in the winter here, which prompted me to put a request into him that if the kitchen uses any of the sternos, let me get them empty cans, because we can refill them, make little small personal heaters out of them, as well as little stove units. And he called me up today. He's not just doing that, man. They're putting entire little kits together with all the components, which is really nothing but a can, some toilet paper. Literally, it's a can. You take a roll of toilet paper, you squish it down so you can pull the cardboard tube out. You fold up the paper so you can slide it down into the can. You fill it up to just the top of the toilet paper. Then you can light it. They burn for between 3 and 5 hours, depending on what kind of fuel you're using. The rubbing alcohol seems to work very well. 70% or 90% ISO, whatever the frick that word is. Yeah, that. It's freaking Michael Jackson. That freaking propofol.
Pope. I think it's Popolol.
Whatever. But like that freaking medicine that fucking Michael Jackson OD'd on.
Yeah.
Like it just like
It's
like,
alcohol, people. It's alcohol.
Yeah, it goes through my brain. It's like ISO hee hee. I get hung up every freaking time because I start laughing to myself. I'm sorry. Anyway, yeah, you take one of those little cans, and if you got a cinder block, you can just put the cinder block down, put the can down in the center, and light a match and just drop it down in there. It'll light it up. And that cinder block does a couple of things. It can work as a heat sink to help like spread that heat out a little bit, but also keeps you from knocking it over and setting your whole freaking area on fire.
Yeah, you don't want that.
Because I mean, you got a can of burning fuel. You
We're trying
want
to
it
keep
to
you
stay
warm.
stable.
We're
Yeah.
trying to keep you warm, not burn yourself up.
Yeah. We're not trying to have Molotov homeless running around.
That's not funny.
It's a little bit funny.
Maybe a little bit.
It's a little bit funny. But yeah, like it's a nice little heat source. Just 2 cans can get you through an entire night. Like, especially if you if you're up against something that can like keep the heat in. Like a lot of the guys up under the bridges and stuff like that, those heaters work great for.
Mm-hmm.
Because like it heats up the area you're in. Like it doesn't put off any toxic fumes. It doesn't put off any smoke. I mean, it's just they're beautiful little heat sources. All you need is either, like I said, a cinder block or to stack a bunch of bricks around it. A little beehive.
Kind of like a little fire pit.
Like a little fireplace, yeah. Like a little miniature stove. And that's the great thing about that is like you can actually throw a little grill piece up on top of it and actually use it as a little camp stove. So yeah. So apparently they're putting together a whole bunch of kits for us so that.
Keep an eye on time, baby.
Yeah, I'm running out of time.
You're always running out of time.
I know. Because I got too many things on my honey-do list. I know.
Yeah.
Anyway, people, we love yous. Stay warm this winter. If you guys got any extra blankets, sweatshirts, sweatpants, hoodies, jackets,
Winter socks.
Yeah, any socks, for that matter. Any old pairs of work boots.
Maybe some long johns.
You know, swing them by, and we'll get them out to the people. Anyway, We love you guys. Be
And
good,
more gloves.
be good to each other, and we'll see you in the next.
Later.
Later.